Hello and welcome to the Watchman Report, where we bring perspective to current news from a biblical standpoint, whether prophecy or moral or social issues. We highlight biblical teaching relating to the stories on the world stage. But in this issue, we examine the 70 times 7 prophecy. If you find this subject interesting, please do like, share and subscribe, and drop us a comment in the comment section to have your say.
I believe there is very strong evidence to suggest that we are living in the 70th Jubilee year from the time that the children of Israel crossed the Jordan River into the Promised Land. This is a very special date for Israel in their history. In Leviticus 25, we read that the children of Israel should count in Jubilee periods. If you will, this was their calendar. In 1961, W.H. Carter, a Christadelphian, wrote a book called Times and Seasons, and he goes into this subject in great detail and also links it with the 70-week prophecy. I have done 4 videos themed on times and seasons, speaking about this subject and also giving new information. The talks look at such things as, is there a Jubilee in the Bible? How long is a Jubilee cycle? Is it 49 years or 50 years? Sabbatical years, do they start in Abib in the spring or Tishrei in the autumn? And the same for Jubilee years, do they start in Abib or do they start in Tishrei? We also consider why there is 3 years produce in the 6th year to cover the 7th year. Why isn't there just 2? We look at the possibility of a Hezekiah Jubilee, or is it a sabbatical year? When we consider what the Lord Jesus Christ said to Peter about the forgiveness of sins, he said, forgive 70 times 7. This is a direct quotation from Daniel 9, verse 24, which says, 70 weeks are determined for your people and for your holy city. The word weeks there in the Hebrew is sevened or sevens. You can find that in a concordance such as Strong's. So it can be 7 anything. For instance, in Ezekiel 45 verse 21, it's 7 years, but it could be 7 Sabbaths of years. W.H. Carter in his book particularly looks at Daniel 9 verse 24, which says 77s are determined for your people and for your holy city, to finish the transgression, to make an end of sins, to make reconciliation for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. And he believed that Jesus didn't fulfill those things that we read about at his first advent. He thought there must be a greater time period for these things to be fulfilled at his second advent. There's also other prophecies in Daniel of great times. The 1260 days, the 1290 days, the 1335 days, the 2300 day prophecies. W.H. Carter thought that the 7s in Daniel 9 verse 24 must be a larger time period than years. And he found such a time period in Leviticus chapter 25 verse 8. The children of Israel, when they entered the land, God said to them, count 7 Sabbaths of years to yourselves. And the verse goes on to say 7 Sabbaths of years is 49 years, which is a Jubilee cycle. So he then took that back to Daniel 9 verse 24, and we read 70 times 7 Sabbaths of years are determined for your people and holy city. So when we multiply 70 Sabbaths of years, that's 70 Jubilee cycles, which equals 3,430 years. A very important question is, when did the children of Israel enter the Promised Land? And I go into great detail in Study 1. If we Google it, you'll find a plethora of results over 100 years. So we have to look at a different way of finding out when they entered the land. We have to find out a Jubilee in the Bible, relate it to history, and find out which Jubilee that was. And we can do that by looking at Ezekiel 40 verse 1. which says, in the 25th year of our captivity, at the beginning of the year, on the 10th day of the month. That phrase there, beginning of the year, is Rosh Hashanah. It's the only time mentioned in the Bible, and it means the head of the year. The only time the head of the year is on the 10th day of a month is in a Jubilee year. In Leviticus 25, it says, the 10th day of the 7th month on the 49th year is the Jubilee. So knowing it's the Jubilee, then we also see in this verse two things that happened, two events that we can relate to history. We talk about the start of the captivity and when the city was smitten. And the biblical chronologist, Roger C. Young, has dated that to 574 BC. So knowing that is 574 BC, we can then find out when the rest of the Jubilee cycle is. It's interesting to note, John Thomas and Henry Sully both thought Ezekiel 40 verse 1 was a Jubilee. And the Talmud and Cedar Olam say it's the 17th Jubilee. So knowing that the 17th Jubilee was on 574 BC, it's just a matter of going back 17 Jubilee periods to find out when they crossed the River Jordan. And that was in the year 1407 to 1406 BC. The Judean year crosses two of our years. So they always start counting from Tishrei in the autumn, and then halfway through their year, on the 10th of Abib, or Nisan, they crossed over into the Promised Land. If we go back to the 17th Jubilee in 574 BC and add 53 Jubilees to fulfill 70, and add 1 year, because there's no year zero, we come to the 10th of Tishrei, the Day of Atonement, 2024, which I believe was the start of the 70th Jubilee, and it finishes this October on the 9th of Tishrei, 2025. Okay. So then, 77s are determined for your people and your holy city. So this time period, I believe, is about to run out. So I think we could see something very significant with God's people and his holy city. We'll just have to wait and see. Time will tell. We cannot be sure when the Lord Jesus Christ will return. We know he's related to the 70-week prophecy or the 70 Jubilee prophecy, but we cannot say exactly when he will come. For instance, when we look at the 70-week prophecy, Jesus was crucified 3.5 years before the end of that time period. And in like manner, when we look at the 70 Jubilee prophecy, we're just not sure what will happen. Jesus may tarry, as the parables say. Again, we'll have to wait and see. But this hasn't just been a study. This is a call to be sober. This is a call to get our house in order, and every day get ready for the return of the Lord Jesus Christ and be about our Master's business until he comes.
Thanks for staying with us for this report. We pray that the video report has provided some clarity to the situation. We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and select all so you never miss a new upload. Don't forget to like, share and drop a comment in the comment section to have your say. We love to hear your thoughts. Make sure you follow our playlist and never miss a new report. Until next time, God willing, this has been the Watchman Report, bringing perspective to current world news from a biblical standpoint.